Welcome to Martial Arts Today, a program dedicated to the ancient fighting arts of the Orient, designed to give you insights into the history, philosophy, styles, and celebrities of the martial arts. And now, your host, Joe Rebelo.
Hi, this is Joe Rebelo for Martial Arts Today Television. You know, I just came back from an incredible event, the Gathering of the Eagles 2, held at the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Over 70 instructors were featured in various Kenpo and related arts, teaching their various disciplines to over 1,100 individuals. It also included an incredible Saturday night banquet. And I'll tell you, it really was a great event, and what I'm going to do over the next few episodes is feature many of the instructors that instructed in the various arts throughout that event. In today's episode, we'll be featuring Mr. Ralph Andersen. Mr. Andersen, a direct student of Mr. David German, founder of the TAI system, Transition Actions Incorporated system, will be discussing his martial arts career and also giving you a brief demonstration into the understanding of 2- and 3-person stacking. Now, stacking is an idea from the jiu-jitsu disciplines which teaches you how to interlock an opponent's limbs with another opponent's to literally stack their bodies one on top of another in order to neutralize and immobilize their attacks. We'll be back with some exciting action in an interview with Mr. Ralph Andersen in the system of TAI from Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Joe Rebelo for Martial Arts Today. Stay tuned for some exciting action. Hi, this is Joe Rebelo with Martial Arts Today Television, and we're here in Las Vegas, Nevada at one of the White Tiger Studios, teaching the art of Thai, and with one of the major gentlemen who is responsible for perpetuating the Thai White Tiger systems in the Las Vegas area, Mr. Ralph Andersen. Mr. Andersen,
how you doing, Joe?
Pleasure seeing you, sir. You know, it's good to see you as always. And what we wanted to do is talk a little bit about your career and educate the general public to what a Thai White Tiger is and your studios and your martial arts career. The first question we ask all of our interviewees is, how did you begin in the martial arts?
I started about the age of 12, and surprisingly it was probably in Mr. German's jiu-jitsu school here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I've been very fortunate to be with Mr. German probably in the Thai system for since then, probably 32 years now, in the Thai Kenpo Association for 27.
Excellent. For our general public, you probably have seen past episodes on David German, the founder of TAI Transition Actions Incorporated. And now, how did you come about with the formulation of your own White Tiger Studios? How did all that come about?
Mr. German's training brought me in a large realm of ideas. The transitions, you know, we bring it to the students with an idea of Kenpo, Jiu-Jitsu, and formulate them together. They learn boxing, those kind of combinations to formulate a whole idea about themselves. We bring it to the students as an individual. And they start creating their own Thai transitional idea. Mr. German did that with me for years, training me how to get an idea of transitional actions incorporated down to movement for myself and bring that idea to my students. So it made it, anybody can do it, and they just have to find their own strengths. We work with their weaknesses and how the transitions work together.
Well, you know, again, there's a wonderful aspect that Mr. German talks about in his past articles is regarding, again, multiple Olympic athletes. Athletes by meaning different fields. Track and field player, whether they be in a sprinter, or the discus thrower, the shot put thrower. You know, they have different body types, different goals, different ways to achieve those goals. And TAI really does address that in the specialization of an individual's strengths and weaknesses in order for them to achieve their goals. Now, again, you were telling me an interesting story about how you first started in martial arts and how your parents or your grandparents brought you to the Thai school. Can you tell us that story, please?
Yeah. My grandfather had seen Mr. German do a demonstration and was amazed by his television show he had here in Las Vegas. He had a TV show. He'd actually trained Wayne Newton and several others, but had seen the show and saw an amazing amount of movement from Mr. German and said, you need to enroll my grandson in martial arts. So my grandmother enrolled me to the west side of West Charleston and enrolled me in a jiu-jitsu school. And when she was supposed to enroll me on the east side in a Kenpo school.
Okay.
And Mr. German had two of them here in Las Vegas, and I was very fortunate to get the jiu-jitsu studio at the beginning. And 5 years later, I enrolled in the Kenpo school. So with Kenpo Jiu-Jitsu background, Mr. German gave me a full realm of ideas that how the ideas formulated together. And that, you know, that there's no point, any part or idea that of TAI when you're in the martial arts that is wasted. His ideas that anybody can do TAI, anywhere from the Shotokanas to almost any other martial artist can do TAI. They just have to understand where their transitional ideas are. And he brought that from my jiu-jitsu in his schools here in Las Vegas. Mr. Marino was one of my teachers, Gary Marino, and signed me up. And we went from there, and I met Mr. Ken Gallister as one of his black belts and was teaching for him in Denver, Colorado. We had a humongous studio in Denver. We had a humongous studio here in Las Vegas, and it was a lot of fun teaching during those times. We just had great times in working with our transitions. Each one of us was given kind of our own open field of ideas, and with Mr. German's help and background to my ideas, it was just an open door.
Excellent. Now, of course, again, many people in the later years, besides your expansion literally of the White Tiger Studios here in Las Vegas, you also started as, most people know you, I should say, in the martial arts community, as the uke, or one of the practice partners for Mr. David German's series of tapes through Panther Productions, namely the Kenpo Jiu-Jitsu Connection, Chin-Na, strangulation and choking techniques, and lastly, ground techniques.
Ground techniques.
Now, tell me what it was like to work on the set with Panther Productions with Mr. German on these tapes.
Amazing. And we're talking about, they probably still have footage that hasn't been released. We have several videos, Mr. German, we were discussing that they haven't released yet. It would be kind of interesting to see them let that information go. But the stuff with Mr. German was picking me up, slamming me around, twisting me around, and having a great time. We had a lot of fun actually making those videos. There was a lot of knowledge in it. If you get a chance to see the videos, they are good. They give you an awful lot of information. You have to take your time with it. For most martial artists, if you get into it, you'll find your own strengths inside that and see how your transitional techniques work together with what you do, whether it's, again, Kenpo, Jiu-Jitsu, and you have a fluent action of how to move one idea to another, which is really a good idea for most of the guys who are just using one idea, one movement, one type of technique, or one type of martial arts. They'll have a lot of fun with that.
Now, again, since your exploits in the Panther Production videos, again, the TAI, International TAI Association, has started to produce a series of videotapes, not only a new series of videotapes by Mr. German, but also a series of videotapes by yourself and your students.
Right.
Now, the first tape out is regarding stacking, and again, we're here also for the, we've just completed being at the Gathering of Eagles 2 at the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. So you were producing, and again had produced and offered at that event, a tape on stacking. Can you elaborate on the premise of your tape and on stacking for the general audience?
Right. We find that in stacking it's like sets. We can teach a large volume of information in one idea working two people. There's so many different types of combinations. Mr. German works on working a fluent ideas of motion. He'll get you into grappling. He'll transitionalize that idea from one technique to another technique, a counter idea. Well, in the stacking sets, they bring several ideas of your techniques all in one, such as a leg bar, a choke. And by using two people, I can teach a student how to combine these ideas for a multiple attacker. He can take each individual motion in the videotapes, each individual motion, and break them down, and or use them against two people. You'll hear my premise in that is that I don't like to knock my opponent away so much as I like to draw them to me. I like to keep them together and in control, so I don't, in a fight situation, lose my view of an opponent. My peripheral vision may be obscured or something like that, and I tell them keep them closer together. I might get a better eye on them as I'm beating them up or whatever I need to do to them.
Well, I think stacking is an important principle in relation to dealing with multiple opponents. For our general public, stacking is basically a technique in which you literally intertwine or overlap your opponent's bodies to basically make both your opponents, or even more than two opponents, prone, pinned, inert, and basically trapped. and literally the weight of the initial opponent, the intertwined limbs, holds both opponents at bay and neutralized. It really is a fascinating technique, and you'll see Mr. German demonstrating that shortly. Now, in regards to you also have there's also another series of videotapes on several different topics. What are some of the subjects that are being covered by the TAI videos that are coming out?
Well, we have the cane techniques that Mr. German's working on. Mr. German works the hurricane. It's an amazing amount of information on how to use the cane itself. On our stacking sets, we'll be doing ground stacking sets, so not only are you doing a stand-up set, there'll be a set for a person on the ground. Like at our studios, we allow the gentleman to spar while one guy's down and two gentlemen are up. That the only way to recover from the ground situation in a real fight situation, you'd have to take both gentlemen down and have control of them. So that again is covered like in our stacking set for the ground. The next one would be on like weapons. Weapons have different areas that working the stacking again motions. You keep the guys tied up, using their own joint locks and arm bars and whatever else you want to do to them to keep them in control. But they'll have a weapon, and you'll have to control that type of idea too. You'll have to have your mind on both weapons, constantly in movement.
Excellent. So not only is the stacking going to be applied toward empty-hand opponents, but also learning to control and neutralize both opponents, both with weapons. That's pretty impressive. Now, in regards to, again, you this year at the Gathering of Eagles was one of the featured instructors, and you did a seminar on, I believe, 2- and 3-man stacking, was it?
We got to 2. We were trying to get to 3, but there was so much information in just a short period of time, because we were actually given a long period of time, but there's so much information on a stacking set that you'll get a lot out of them. It takes some time to get it down and help the students, but it was that Gathering of Eagles was it was a great seminars we had there. Mr. German, all the rest of the instructors that were in it were fantastic.
Excellent. Now, I should mention, not only were you a featured instructor in one of the seminars, but you were also honored as a senior master at the event. And again, what was that like to be recognized by the Kenpo community in general as a master?
It was great. The peers that I have, it was undescribable. I mean, to stand up there and talk to those men that I've looked up to for so many years, Mr. German, Mr. Tracy, and to recognize me was amazing. It felt great. You know, those men, and Mr. Tracy, all that he did to put this Gathering of Eagles together, that man was fantastic.
Well, you definitely deserve the accolades. I mean, again, you've been teaching for many years here in the Las Vegas area. Now, just to enlighten the general public, how many studios do you have here in Las Vegas?
We have 2 studios here in Las Vegas. The TAI system has 3 studios in all. Mr. German has 3 studios. Another one of them was Miguel Herrero and Mark Hotston's studio. But the White Tiger Studios are David German's under us, and we have east and west, so we have kind of covered on either side. So if you ever want to come in town, stop by and see us. We can have some fun.
Now, we're here at Derek Lecroix, and please excuse me, I'm not that familiar with the Las Vegas area. We're here at the east side of Las Vegas studio, which is owned and operated by Mr. Derek Lecroix, who has been an invaluable help in the past years with me regarding TAI and helping out in the information aspects, as well as yourself, of course.
He's a strong black belt.
German. And how long has Derek been with you?
Derek's been with me approximately 8 years.
Excellent. And we'll be interviewing Mr. Lecroix in our next episode. And, you know, my next question is, what does the future hold for you? What is the future in relationship to what you want to do with the TAI White Tiger Studios and in the martial arts in general?
With the martial arts industry growing the way it is, we have a lot of things we want to bring to the public and to other martial artists. We're talking about the TAI going anywhere, like I said earlier, from the Kenpoist, the Jiu-Jitsuist, to other styles of martial arts, to let them find their own TAI. It's an open door for anybody interested in their own inside ideas to their own martial arts. Mr. German's wanted to bring this across the country for so many years, and we've just now had the greatest opportunity with the informational highway the way set up the way it is now. We can bring that knowledge to those people, and I know Mr. German has a a great deal of energy wanting to go towards that, helping other martial artists understand the inside ideas to their own techniques, and we have a lot of things to bring to them. There's also a few other things that Mr. Lecroix is working with that he wants to bring to the martial arts community, him and Mr. German. So actually I'd have to let you talk to Mr. Lecroix about that particular instance, but it's a lot of information that will actually be real good for the martial arts community.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we're going to come back with some exciting action with Mr. Ralph Andersen and the stacking techniques of the TAI, White Tiger Studios of Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be right back with some exciting action. Stay tuned.
Hi, welcome. We're going to start on some of the TAI stacking system, the ideas that you may have covered in the seminars. We're going to start off with a couple basic ideas, and we're going to build them up from there. We're going to bring the gentlemen together. First, we're going to start off with Mr. Jackson, my assistant. Mr. Jackson is going to give us our kick. Now, from here, from our universal block, bring in our kick. Down he goes. We step through the foot. He kicks me. I catch up. Bring the lock in. Twist him over. Mr. German loves to call this tiger steps hard. I covered one of the ideas. Let's go to the breakdown of that movement. As I grab here, I simply add my key position and twist. As I turn him, he goes down here. By the way, there's an ankle crank right here. I roll that in nice, hurts a lot. But to keep that from happening, I can shoot through, plant him. I can actually have my ankle cranks here. He doesn't like me, wants to kick. Add the motion and tighten it up. Lean out of the way, and add a boxing style movement out of the way. As I bring it up, twist him over onto his face. Pressing him down as I roll forward on this, a nice lock position, and he's more trouble. All right. Now let's give the other angle to the next man. He's going to start with a roundhouse kick. Mr. Jackson throws a kick. Again, I bring my universal block position in here, covering, keep my boxing stance so all nice and locked up. Catch my ankle and apply pressure down. He's on his face. From here, step through. Again, the same style idea. As I roll forward, I take on his knee joint. As I press down in here, he'll come up. I want to hold him. And my finger right underneath his nose. He'll talk to me for hours. All right, now we're going to start with that two-man action. We're going to bring them together and have a little bit of fun while we do this. All right, Mr. Lecroix, Mr. Jackson. All right, now I have this nice ankle crank that I had earlier, but when I stepped through Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lecroix here, Mr. Jackson's holding in that position. This one happens to have that ankle crank, and if I want to press down here, his knee joint here, I start separating his and his knee joint simultaneously. By pulling up, I also can keep twisting him around and around in a small circle. But all I have to do is actually step through, bring up a little on this ankle, apply pressure down on this one with my body here, and they're both in a lot of pain. Do I have my Kipple strikes? Absolutely. Every one of them are open for those ideas, and they're not coming back up. I have my knee here, my groin strikes here. What other kind of ideas can I add? All right? Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll give you some idea of how that technique worked for you in the demonstration or in the seminar, and give you some other ideas on it. All right, welcome back. We're going to start on that two-man action that we did earlier at the beginning of the seminars, and that was with an arm lock and an arm bar. All right, let's first start off with the arm lock. Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson grabbed the one arm, but we're going to have Mr. Jackson grab both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach inside here. All right. When I do this, I step forward to the action. I can add all the striking ideas, heel lifting motions, whatever else I want, but I'm going to bring them up. Now this is nice with an extra hand here, but my partner, his partner, is going to actually add the joint lock. With this, a little push forward, he's going to go onto his ear, a little back, he's going to have a seat. All right? Gives me the legs, anything else I want to do from there. All right, so let's try to think about that. We have two-man grab. I bring this through as I drive up, inside, and twist that movement. It keeps him up on his toes. We can break it down to even smaller actions, we don't care about that. We want to keep it up on this so we have a good grip and his elbow pop as I apply pressure up and down. All right, that'll give you one motion. Let's go to the next one, Mr. Lecroix's section. Mr. Lecroix is going to feed me his arm. As I do this, I go reach in there and grab, rotate my hand over, bring my arm up over the top to my armpit, drop it in. Now this is an old man armbar, all right? Used in judo a great deal of time in jiu-jitsu. All I have to do is extend my foot out and he's going down. Before he hits the ground or as he hits the ground, you hear the snapping of his elbow joint as I drop down. Again, that movement from the grab rotates over. Can we do it from a punch? Absolutely. Extends the punch here, rotates. There's the armbar. Sit down, break the arm. Could I add strikes to it before I do that? Most of our movements are strike and everything. Whoa, there it is. Okay, we can add our transition. We have to start adding our Kenpo movements. That happens with the other type of ideas too, but let's formulate those together because remember, this is your ideas of how you're going to add your transitional movements to the motions that you already know. All right, Mr. Lecroix, Mr. Jackson. Now let's bring those gentlemen together. Remember how you worked that in the seminar. We want to step through once. All right, let's try that one more time and go. Let's have a little bit better angle on that movement. All right, now what I'm going to do is I step in, up, and through. Oh. Yeah, we actually went to another one, but that's okay. Get that one for fun. All right. Okay, Mr. Jackson's going to go into a wrist grab. What we're going to do is reach up through here, stepping through, bring the arm up and across and down. And again, this movement, as I come up, grab hold of the wrist. As I do this, I step through, bring the hand up and down, with quick, sharp action. When you work this movement, please remember this elbow. When I step through, I want this arm right in here. I don't want it over here, because now we have a tug of war. Here, there's that arm, wrestling arm situation. I want to bring the arm inside here, keep it in. If I want to get a movement of here, keeping it coming along with me, I can. We'll cover that and some other ideas. But remember, this is a quick and easy takedown. That movement. Grabbing through, taking down, into the throw. A little faster. That movement is simply coming through, stepping over, keeping the shin tight. All right, I'll cover some ideas of how we do this. All right, go back over this a couple more times. All right, thank you very much. Back in just a second. All right, what we're going to do is cover an idea next of how to do a two-man idea from a different level or a different idea. All right, these kind of ideas are going to do different types of joint locks. Mr. Sims, sir. All right, before Mr. Sims was involved in a, let's go to a single hand. Mr. Sims was involved in an old man armbar. What we're going to do is we're going to bring Mr. Sims in and we're going to work against the shoulder. Now we can do this with the other arm involved by bringing it over here. So figure 4 armbar. That type of movement comes inside, all right? Takes him. Can I use this and this together? Most likely. Or maybe I'll just use this to take him over with, all right? Or maybe even hug him in a little bit or push him out. Either one kind of gives those kind of ideas. Or again, just take him down by using my figure 4 armbar. That is a simple action. Well, as he grabs me, I rotate the hand back and inside and against it. I carry myself around. He comes down nice and easy. And I can punch him.
And we're back, and this is Joe Rebelo, and again, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode of Martial Arts Today Television. and enjoyed listening to Mr. Andersen talk about his different martial arts experiences and also demonstrate the art of 2- and 3-person stacking. It really is an incredible technique where you can really interlock an opponent's limbs with another opponent and take 2, even 3 people down to the ground. It really is very impressive to see, and you know, it really gives you some new insights into different aspects that the martial arts can take you to. I hope you watch our future episodes as we show you more interviews and exciting action from the Gathering of Eagles 2 in Las Vegas, Nevada.